Alright, before we get to all this soccer action, let's take you to Coors Field really quick. This is really fun. We got tickets to go watch this guy, Jason Kendall Adam, who is actually, well, technically is my second cousin. It's my grandpa's brother's son, but I'm older than him, but I've always thought of him as my cousin. There was a dude there that I met that was watching him warm up that actually had Jason's glove, and I told him, let's try to get that guy's attention. He said, no, let's not. I said, hold on.
Jason Adam, you're the man! Yeah, Jason!
So the dude next to me was like totally embarrassed, you know, because he's like, dude, why'd you do that? I'm like, I actually know him, dude. He's awesome. Yeah, you would not even know if you met Jason off the street. This guy's name is Mason Miller, by the way. Apparently he's going to be like the next big thing. He already is. Throws the ball 104 miles an hour consistently. The best closer in all of baseball. That's neat. But I told the dude, nah, Jason's awesome, man. He's a great guy. You wouldn't even know he's a professional if you met him on the street because he is a normal, humble, kind dude. Yeah. And he was actually an all-star last year, which is freaking dope. He probably will be this year too. But he's way more of an all-star off the field. I promise you that. I don't know baseball much, but I do know champions of character, and this guy is the champion of character. So, yeah, Jason, you're the man. Okay, let's get to soccer, baby. Ha! Alright, welcome to Pal Soccer. I am excited to walk you through our family's soccer weekend, which is going to be 8 games, believe it or not, between the 6 of us. Yeah, you're going to get to see action from all of us. Eliana, we were planning on not seeing action from her until our goalkeeper Z got trucked over. Eliana was suffering from a back injury from our previous state cup game. Coach Chris and I agreed, let's try to keep her on the bench unless we need her as a backup goalie. Well, guess what? Early on, we need her as a backup goalie. She warmed up. Felt okay, loosened up a little bit, but range of motion was a little bit stiff, a little bit tight. Here she is trying to play the ball wide, but not wide enough, and we actually end up going down a goal. Yeah, and I promised all my subscribers, all you viewers, we're going to go undefeated this season. I still strongly believe that, but good coaching call there from Coach Chris. Turns out Z's not concussed. Not only could she tell Chris what sport we were playing, but she also knew what month she was born in and what letter her name starts with as well. That's the thing I learned about concussion protocol. Some of the questions you ask, some of them are complicated. Like, who actually knows the date anymore? You know, unless you're looking at your phone. I don't know what date it is. Day of the week, I get lost, dude. It's not easy. Lucy almost scored, by the way. Here's Ellie getting fouled at the top of the box. Yeah, sometimes the questions they ask you for concussion protocol, it's like, who actually even knows the answers to those? So I've learned that the best key to get your kid back on the field, good shot Ellie with the deflection, is don't ask questions that are so complicated, you know? Ask questions that the kids probably know the answers to. If they don't know the answers, some of these kids these days, they spend too much time on their tablets. So give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, so that's my feeling. Other team went up 2-1 on us, unfortunately. Very physical game. Here's Ellie getting fouled again. Every time she got fouled, it was like, ooh, is she going to be able to get up? Yes, she did. Coach Chris is a very resilient dude, probably because his concussion protocol questions, you know, he knows how to keep the kids in the game to win. My kind of coach right there. And I gotta be honest, I love this AR too. She called a lot of fouls, but she was so not in the right position. She should be on the back line, and she wasn't at all. It was just hilarious. See with the nice save there. Second half action. Here's Alex. This referee crew, they actually had their hands full. There was a lot of fouls. Eesh. Yeah, we saw that first one that gave us the yellow card. And you can't give a team like us too many opportunities on set pieces. Check this tackle out from behind. They actually called that one a corner kick out on us. Yeah, that was a rough one. But if you have complaints about referees, why don't you just go be one, dude? There's so many referees that, you know, are under so much pressure that they end up quitting because parents just yell at them. Well, why don't you parents just be a referee? It's actually kind of fun. Here's a little bit of obstruction. Rapids girl wasn't playing the ball at all. It's Rapids Fort Collins 14s. They're a year older than Eliana's team. And you're going to see Elise just bury this one. What a shot that was to the top left corner. Nice goal, Elise. That's why we're going undefeated, because you have players that can step up in big moments. Not afraid of the big moments at all. It doesn't even feel like big moments to this team. But anyway, yeah, if you have complaints about referees and how bad they are, just be a referee. Nice save, Z. Just be a referee. It's fun. It's fitness. They'll pay you to do it. It's helpful for sure. And it's a great time. All right, 2-2. Good work there, girls. Staying undefeated. Next match, we had to hustle over to Regis University. This is Luella. She is on the Burgundy team, which I learned that Burgundy is actually spelled B-U-R-G-U-N-D-Y. One of my subscribers, Greg, actually sent me a text message and said, Ty, I've been waiting to tell you this. I feel bad. Here's Kenna with a nice interception on the build-out. You got to be careful on build-outs. If you're aggressive on build-outs, you can score goals. Lou tying her shoe. Every time she plays, dude, this kid ties her shoe and then she's going to kick it out of bounds. Lou, double knot your freaking shoe before you play. Yeah, dude, look how long it takes her to tie her shoe, too. I have no idea why. We need to get her those shoe guards. Anyway, my buddy Greg told me, dude, you gotta edit Burgandy. And I always, the way I pronounce it, Cora actually had some really good saves. She's on the white team. This is our own interclub playing against each other. She came up with some big saves. Otherwise, the Elite 1 team would have ran away with this one. Look at that diving save, getting both hands behind the ball. But when I say Burgandy, it sounds like Gen, G-A-N. This whole time it's Burgundy. So now I have to change the way I pronounce the word. Another good save from Cora. This one could have potentially been offside, but it actually didn't go to the player that was in an offside position. And it's slotted, but no, Cora says, get that out of my house. Like I said, Cora is a very, very good goalkeeper. But not very many moments later, it's Eliana. Oh, Avi, over the crossbar. Avi, you're supposed to give us the goal there. But I like the shot. Yeah, really good shot. Okay, our breakthrough moment did come off the corner kick to give us the 2-0 lead. And it's actually going to be Lou inside the box. She was able to pick up the scraps and then just bury one with the right. Finally able to get past Cora. Took a really good shot. So then your third and final goal of this moment came a little bit later on. It's Lou cutting through, and she's going to find a beautiful pass up to Evie. Evie is awesome. And you know what she's going to do, dude. She's got too much pace, and if she finds a little bit of space, she's going to put it in the back of the net. So 3-0 to the Elite 1 team. Elite 2, great work there, especially from Cora. Lesson of the day, though, Burgundy. Burgundy. All right, I like to have a lot of fun with my teams. This is Theo's team, actually. And my buddy Jace, who's excellent. Look at that finish there from Jace. Yeah, start us off on the scoring. This game was all about defending for us. That was our goal this week anyway, was to work on defending. We gave up too many goals the last few weeks. And, man, another good finish. Christian right there. This was just a goal-scoring game for us. It just didn't stop. Yeah, 3 goals. We're playing against Real Sporting. Sorry, I can't even tell a story with all these goals that just keep happening. We end up actually scoring 14 goals this game. The final score is going to be 14-0. Unbelievable. Yeah, but I like to have fun with the kids. And here's another really good finish from Christian. Yeah, I think he might have bagged 4 or 5. Same with Jace. Theo with a good pass over to Julian. Julian's going to find Dexter on the far side. And then another pass inside to Matthias. Great combination play. Our focus this week was all about defending. And so really mostly about defensive posture and positioning, not diving in, but holding your feet and waiting for the moment to take the ball, not stabbing, basically. I'm a big-time defensive coach, and one thing that I've learned is that when you defend well, then you are probably going to get the ball back, and then you get to be on offense more. I mean, think about that. It makes sense, you know, if you're good at defending, then you're going to have more opportunities to play offense. Second half, here's Adriel just taking over. Adriel is having an unbelievable season. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the start of this thing, though, this is a really fun story. The referee, really nice girl. She did a great job. You could just tell she read the game at a high level. I ended up getting to talking to her a tiny little bit, and it turns out that she is an ECNL level goalkeeper, which I'm like, that is so cool. She got a little bit burnt out on soccer, though. The stresses of it all, it's challenging, and my hope is that she'll get back into it, because you could just tell that she's something special. And it turns out, believe it or not, that her cousin is one of Luella's teammates with our Rapids team. So I'm trying to recruit her to, well, we're not really Rapids anymore. We're called Storm, which is really cool. Another good little finish there. Jace, yeah, I think that might have been his 4th, maybe. I'm not really sure. Our defense was fantastic, by the way. Just like the referee, Emily. She was great. Nice finish again from Christian. The kid just had the hot foot. And then Theo controlling the ball. See, there's a stab from the red dude. Yeah, that's what we tried to avoid, is stabbing as much as possible. So my coaching points the whole time was just defend. Part of our halftime speech, too, we wanted to get Carter out. Look at this little split pass. I don't know why I'm giving a replay. Oh, yeah, I know why, because Christian with the turn right there. Okay, that's a high-level turn. What a lot of players don't recognize is that when the ball goes through to an area that you want it to, you don't have to trap and touch the ball. If it's going into a great space, then just turn and move with the ball, and that's exactly what Christian did, which created the goal. So great turn there from Christian. Theo finally got on the board. He wanted a goal. And one thing I try to tell the kids too, it doesn't matter on your team who scores the goals. Sometimes kids want to be selfish, they want that special moment, but it's really about your team scoring goals that matters. And this one, unfortunately for the red team, our team was on fire, son, 14-0. Let's go, baby, yeah! Okay, game number 4. We are the Burgundy team, Rapid 16 Girls BurGUNdy. I had to edit a lot of the games that I've uploaded to this channel. I can't believe I always thought it was Burgundy. Anyway, the white team is a year younger than us. They're 17s, and they came out firing away. This is the South 17 Burgundy team. We're in white, of course. And they had the best 2 opportunities early on. Ella had to come up big and make 2 good saves. Great work there, Ella. Started her on purpose because she's a freaking stud. And then it was time for the actual 16 Girls BurGUNdy to turn it on. Here's Mirabelle getting our first goal. We had a great season so far, and I do believe that we will finish at the top of the table. We've got a pretty intense game coming up this weekend, I believe, against Real National 17s. Mirabelle's the only one on our team that's a 17. Here's Maple, who's scored in every game, and from distance, too. This might be the only game she does not score on. She did a great job creating and hold down the fort, too, as well. Excellent center midfielder. And then Grace is going to carry the ball up. One thing I told the girls in this kind of match when you're playing against younger girls is you've got to go out there and just know that you're a bigger, stronger group of players. I mean, they're like 15% older than these kids when you think about it, so you should have 15% more physical development. So take advantage of that. Win some strong tackles. Go out there, be aggressive. Outwork them. There's Corinne with a nice finish. 2 touches there. And I'm not telling the girls to foul them by any stretch of the imagination. Here's Mirabelle shooting from distance. By the way, the referee, this is so cool. It's so much fun. The soccer community is awesome because you can get to know so many people. This guy right here, his name's Tyler, and he's actually my good buddy Dylan's nephew. Dylan plays on my Harpos OG team that you're going to see. We have a game actually Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Yeah, and Tyler did a great job. Yeah, here's Ella, also just sheer power and determination. She's going to force that ball inside the post. Great work there, Ella. Like I said, though, part of our game plan was just to outwork the opponents and just physically manage them. Ella almost got kicked in the face right there. Smart advantage here from Ty, though. He did a really good job, especially by himself on this crew. Remy off the post. Nearly got the finishing touch there. That was really close. But one thing I was going to say is my mentality going into every game is always to win. That's priority number 1. Maple, natural born winner, hit the crossbar. Yeah, still didn't score a goal this game, but she's a beast. And then experiment with things in development after you've secured victory. This is Lucia, who's normally a defender. I think we were up 5-0 at this point. It's like, dude, let's put freaking Lucia up top. And she is like a bull rusher. So most of the girls on our team are actually playing flag football. I guess Lucia is like our number 1 rusher or whatever. I don't know much about football, yeah, but I do know Lucia's a freaking beast. And that kind of intense pressure is just too much to handle. That's our 6th goal right there. Remy got it. So kudos to you, Lucia. Great pressure. All right, so as you can see, after a long day of 4 games, yeah, Theo and Mirabelle, they are worn out. I don't blame them, too. I wish I could sleep on the ride home, you lucky ducks. So Saturday, rest and recovery. It's time for Sunday morning and the Harpos OGs. Okay, so this is my Sunday Men's League team that I've been playing with for a handful of years, and we have some very talented players. I actually need a little bit more rest and recovery. You're going to see this moment right here. There's me defending, and it's right there's where I'm like, ah, crap. My freaking hamstring, dude. That did not feel good. I was actually pretty sore. Sam Hamilton, by the way. Excellent possession player. I was pretty sore going into this game, and so I knew that it was risky. We didn't have very many subs. But I still had to battle through. Now, check this out. This is what a lot of youth kids don't understand is the fake throwing is so valuable. See how I drew in 2 defenders there? I just love the fake throwing. I knew it would buy me time and give me space, and I'm just going to pull it back and really over-exaggerate to throw the ball. And what are they thinking? Why would I throw a ball to a guy that's like double covered? Yeah, so anyway, think about that when you're throwing the ball in, young players. Don't just throw the ball aimlessly. Don't just throw the ball fast. Like, think about how to keep possession. Hayden came up with a big save here. I actually had a terrible lunge. I didn't have enough explosion to get a block in there. And then this game is all about my boy Schewe, who is back showing us what he can do. This guy Schewe ended up scoring 5 goals for us this match. And here's one of them. There's a header out to Bryson, former Metro State standout. Look at the pace from Bryson. He's going to split that ball to the outside of the right. And here's Schewe again. Welcome back, Schewe. We love you, man. Breakaway pace and speed. That's goal number 2. And goal number 3 is going to come off of a short set-piece corner. I actually snuck up in the box, and Chris Klopper plays just a dimer right off my forehead. I didn't even have to move, which is good because I really couldn't move. All I did was back away. And when you pull your hamstring, it is hard to explode forward, but generally moving back is not so easy. And they left me wide open to the back post. I didn't have to do anything there. Klopper, what a pass that was. Yeah, so I ended up getting a sub because it was like, dude, I need to just chill out. But the goals didn't stop from us. Here's Klopper going off that far post, and Schewe with the rebound. Yeah, just at the right place at the right time. And I feel bad for the other team. They're called Rovers Elite. A nice group of guys. I actually used to play for the Rovers Club for like 13 years before I broke my leg. Here's Woody getting fouled inside the box. Not much of a foul there, but referee says, hey, I don't care. I believe it was. What's cool with me, yeah. So Woody's going to bury it, giving us the 5-0 lead. Yeah, I felt for the Rovers team because the second half they had a guy that had to leave for an emergency. I don't know what the emergency was. I hope everything's okay for him. And here's my buddy Simmons, who just looks like he's struggling to run, because he is. He pulled his groin in the first half, but we needed him, and I actually ended up playing center back with him. We both were not really running well. We have a lot of really good fit players on our team. But like I was saying, the Rovers team was actually down a man the entire second half, and I didn't realize it till about 10 minutes in. It's like, geez, we are really moving the ball well, which we normally do. Here's a good pass across. Nice little finish there from Bryson. I think that was that Schewe on the assist? Yeah, it looks like Schewe. So anyway, we ended up bagging 8 goals against this team, which we needed a big victory, but these kind of games are just, I don't know. You know, you want a little bit more out of a Sunday game. You don't want a team to be completely depleted unless they're kind of punks. Here's Schewe again. He didn't stop scoring. He didn't care, dude. He wanted as many goals as he could. He bagged 5, which I'm cool with that, Schewe. Great work, Schewe. Schewe. And then Sam Hamilton again is going to just find that pass out wide. Good little turn. This is Wolfie making a run. He's like 39 years old. He is also suffering from a hamstring injury. One thing you want to do, though, I learned this from the Art of War, Sun Tzu, is even when you're weak, appear strong. Never tell the other team that you're hurt. So look at that top finish. Schewe, how do you do it? 8-0 to the good guys. Yeah, let's see what happens next week. All right, game number 6. This is FC Denver, the green team playing against Harpos Pink that's actually wearing white. As soon as this game started, we basically had to stop it because of a lightning delay. Okay. The green team FC Denver, I'm the coach. I would consider myself more the coach dude, sounds more appropriate. I don't know why the restart started from the goalie as soon as they got that, 10-minute delay out of the way. But whatever. I'm the coach dude for this team, and the reason I call myself the coach dude rather than the coach is because they are a well-oiled machine. I don't really have to do much here. Mariah with a shot off the post. I don't have to do much to help them out because they are so talented. They're grown women, They all played at a very high level, college, some professional. And really what I learned about Sunday League stuff, being the coach person, nice ball through. This is Natalie, who has been a standout for us. She is too quick and pacey. Yeah, former Regis Ranger. She's having an outstanding season. I think the biggest role to be good at Sunday coaching is that, number one, you got to make sure that the players are having fun and enjoying the environment. Meghan Doyle, Notre Dame stud. Look at this top corner shot. Almost buried it upper 90. That was sick. Make sure that the players are having fun and they enjoy the environment. If they're having fun, this is Sunday League. This is not the World Cup. Nice finish there. Good cross as well. Natalie to Megan. But you want to make sure that there's as little stress as possible. Obviously, you want to compete and you want to win. That's a big part of it. And here's a through ball. This is funny. Mariah actually with a banger of a goal. And look at the celebration. She's like, woo, I did it. I got a goal, yeah. And the referee says, not yet, offside. Can we just show a replay of her celebrating again, just for the fun of it? Yeah, you can see that she may have been offsides just by a smidge. I don't know if she believed it or not in the moment, but I love this celebration. Yeah, she's like, go, woohoo, best moment of my life. I love Sunday League. Psych! Sorry, Mariah. But really, it's about being a leader in terms of getting the players in the right situations. Here's Meghan Doyle, who was on the wrong side of offside here. She didn't believe it. She's like, what? How was I even offside? We'll just show you the replay, Meghan. You only were offside by like 4.5 feet. So it was close. You did good, yeah, but the AR got that one right. But anyway, my role, the way I see it, is make sure that training sessions are fun, engaging, competitive. Good kick save here. That girl, actually, Caitlin, she's going to make 2 good saves in a row. Yeah, almost bagged another one. But make training sessions fun and engaging for the girls. And then for games, like I do have to try to manage minutes and stuff. And just put players in the right spots to be successful. So, but they're really the ones that do everything, and I've really encouraged them to try to lead themselves as much as possible. Look at that leader right there. Meghan Doyle again. She's awesome. 3-0 to the good gals. I love how we start games now. I gotta let this first clip play out for you guys. So I'm gonna turn the audio up and just let you watch. Okay, so I've never seen a moment like this before, but you can see the weather changed pretty drastically. Elise is trying to get her pants off, but it got stuck on one of her feet. I'm going to turn the audio back up just so you can hear me laughing, okay? Here we go. Yeah, she couldn't get it off. Sorry, that kind of just made me think of like when somebody walks out of a bathroom stall and they got toilet paper stuck to their foot. That's what it reminded me of. And oh, I was just dying. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my coaching career. So we're the blue team though, playing against Colorado United. Lucy almost put us on the board early on. Good save from United's goalkeeper to keep it out. And then we're going to have Kylie finding the ball to Reagan's feet, who gets it back to her. The cross is absolutely perfect. Eliana is going to get this off the bounce with the right foot and give us the 1-0 lead. Yeah, if we win this game, we're going to the finals, actually. This is Rush again, who's undefeated. Halftime, we're feeling pretty confident, up by a goal. And then here's a cross that's going to get put in. And Eliana finds herself just floating around. She actually gets the second goal for us, which is awesome. It's going to get hit off the post from Reagan at the right place at the right time. 2-0 lead. And we're feeling pretty good about it at this point. United's a very good possession team. They actually, I counted, I think they had 7 moments in the first half alone where when they got possession immediately, they looked to connect and got 3 passes in a row. We're a little bit more of a direct team, and here's Lucy putting that ball directly in the back of the goal for the 3-0 lead. But what are you going to do when you're up 3 goals? Let's put our backup goalie back in the game. Oh yeah, there's Ellie switching out with Z. We'll get Z some minutes. There's no way Ellie's going to get scored on anyway. It doesn't really matter. We're like in the driver's seat. Really limited United's opportunities to score. And then here you have, are you serious? United just scored? Ellie, come on, man. You're supposed to keep the ball out of the back of the net. And then here's Kylie, who's had an outstanding season. She's really worked hard on her finishing ability and striking the ball, and she should keep shooting because she is lacing it up. We love Kylie. 4-1 victory there. Next game is actually going to be against a Real team that's very good. It's going to be an awesome episode next week. You'll see. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens. All right, final game of the day. Can you believe this is all in one day? We are the Burgundy team. The 17 boys white. There's a foul right there. Yeah, this player was a pretty good player, very physical. Referee gave us a free kick, and it's Matthias, who is like a free kick specialist. Nice goal. Goalkeeper nearly made a good save off the crossbar, but we were able to squeak it in. But this South team is very talented. They've got some excellent dribblers. Last time we played them in the season before, we beat them 5-2, but this time it was a much closer match. Good finish from that forward. And then they almost actually took the lead on us early on, too. We're lucky. There's some great defending here. Jackson Powers with the strong tackle. Okay, now this is a moment of controversy that really got me fired up, okay? Parents, you need to stay in your lane, okay? Because we ended up scoring a goal. It's Julian who slots it through to the far side. Well, guess what? There's a dad who's on the sideline that says he's offside, he's offside. And look how long it took for the referee to make a decision here. He says, yeah, you know what, he was offside. And I was fired up because I watched in real life and I saw the player on the far side kept us completely on. So I ended up just yelling at the parent, like, be quiet, let the referee ref. And as you can see here, we're going to slow this down. We'll do a freeze frame, okay? And Julian right there is actually being held on by that player on the far side. Yeah, so the goal definitely should have counted. Really unfortunate. Here's the guy right over here with his hand up. Yeah, just stay in your lane, dude. And the referee was completely influenced. He's a young kid. You can't blame him. You know, he's in a tough boat here. And this was a very competitive, high-level young kids game. Here's Theo almost giving us that 2-1 lead. Just wasn't meant to be. You got to find a corner there, buddy. At least he tried using his right foot. He's primarily a left-footed player. And then Carter's going to come up with a double save. This was a really intense back-and-forth battle. And I definitely did not want to lose. Because we need to finish at least third in the league after having 2 tough losses early on. Here's Matthias. This is a great shot that's going to come over to Theo. He's going to hit it out of the air, top post, and then Julian buries it, giving us the 2-1 lead going into the half. Awesome finish. Let's take a peek at that one more time. Difficult technique for both these players. Theo with his right foot striking it, and then Julian just quick to react. Boom! Good finish from Julian. We play a really fun game called Power and Finesse. You got to learn about it. It's the best shooting game, and that was a great shot with power off the laces. We almost got another goal. Dexter, one of our newcomers, who's been so awesome. He has seriously really adapted to our team, our culture, our environment, becoming a team player like you wouldn't believe, man. The kid is fantastic. We love Dexter, but we don't love getting scored on, unfortunately. The build-out was a little bit shaky here. Carter with that first initial save. Got to get the ball out wide or get it up the field. They had a really good way of pressing us too, though. So yeah, we ended up getting tied 2-2, and I'm like really stressed. I was actually in a pretty like not happy mood because of that first moment with that parent yelling. Jace with a great shot, keeper with an excellent save too. But that parent that like called offside, it just felt like we deserved something more. And referee ended up calling a penalty for us, which it was. Theo got taken out from behind, and you can see this player clipped him in the left foot, which took him down. And then who's going to take the PK? Matthias. And listen to this dad. He's going to yell while Matthias is in the act of shooting. Like, come on, man. Like, show some respect to the game, dude. So, not really a fan of when parents try to impose their will in the match. I think you just got to stay in your lane. If you want to ref, then freaking sign up and be a referee. Here's Theo going coast to coast. I thought he was actually going to score here, but another amazing save from this goalie who stood tall and brave. Good toe poke shot there with the left. But in the end, we end up winning this game just by a small margin, 3-2, which was awesome. A great way to end our weekend. And that was a lot of soccer. Can you believe this video is almost 28 minutes? For those of you that watched, if you watched this whole thing, be the first one to comment in the comment section that dude just ripped the ball. Actually, be one of 3 people, first 3 commenters, tell us what you liked. I'm going to send you an awesome soccer prize, you guys. Hey, thanks for being here. Next week's episode's going to be fire. I promise you that. It's going to be awesome. State Cup Championship, baby.